This light blew me away. This is the Colbor W100 and it is very impressive. Now for full transparency, Colbor did send this out for me to test out and review. However, all of my opinions are my own, but this thing is awesome. Now I've actually put it through some real productions. I actually used it on a commercial that I directed. I also used it on a short film that we did with the FX3 and Blazar lenses. If you guys have not seen any of those videos, I will leave a link down below in the description. Now, let me give you guys a quick overview of this light. First of all, first impressions, this thing is tiny, very lightweight. It is made out of plastic, and I will say it does feel pretty cheap, but that does come at an advantage that it's super lightweight. Now, on the front side here, you'll notice that they do have a proprietary mount. You can use a Bowens mount using an adapter, and they do have different light modifiers, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Now, towards the top here, there's a dedicated button that lets you cycle or enable an app control and also Bluetooth. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit later. There's also a scroll wheel that allows you to change the intensity of the light. Now, this is a bicolor light. So back here, you have a knob that allows you to change the different Kelvin values and a little small LED screen, which is nice because it gives you all of the information. On the side here, there is a dedicated power button. Now, towards the bottom, we have a 1/4-20 mount and on several locations, one directly underneath, one a little bit towards the side, and also a couple 1/4-20s here on the side of the actual light. There's also a DC power. There's also a USB-C that you can also power it using PD power. And then they also have like this proprietary connector where you can attach different accessories. Now, as I mentioned, I've been using these lights on several of my productions and they've been great. Now, I want to talk about some of the accessories that Colbor sent out, starting off with this Bowens mount adapter. Now, this thing, obviously the name allows you to adapt Bowens mount accessories, light modifiers like projectors, different types of softboxes that are Bowens mount onto this light. Obviously, that's gonna be great. They do have their own softbox, very small, and I do like the way it works. So all you do is just pull on this. I'll show you how easy it is to install. So you just pull on this here. It does require a little bit of force. And once you do that, that's it. You just kind of open it up, and now you just install your diffusion, and then you also have this little A crate that you can install in there. And then to just break it down, you just pull on these tabs. Very easy. Again, just going to pull on this and then you're done. The other light modifier that I tend to use the most is actually this little baby reflector. I'm gonna go ahead and install this. It just snaps into place. It does have a little button here. You just pull back and you take it off. I mean, this is kind of standard on most of them. And then you have this little diffusion dome, which works really great. Now, I was a little upset that it didn't have internal battery, but there's two ways to power it. DC and USB-C. Now they do sell, or they do have this Colbor PG900. This is like an external battery bank and it supplies the right amount of power to it. So you have a 1/4-20 mount, as you can see me screwing it on. And then there's also a D-tap here located on the back. And then you have a USB-C here to charge it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the D-tap, and then it gives you enough slack. So if you wanna mount it, different areas, and let's go ahead and power this on. So you'll notice Colbor W100, 2700 Kelvin, 0%. Let's go ahead and turn it on to 1%. This thing is pretty bright. Even at 1%, you can see it's, it's doing some damage here. Now, this preset button here allows you to cycle through, as I mentioned, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100. So this is what 100% looks like, and I'll just use this as a bounce right here. It's very nice. The quality of light is what really impressed me with the W100. Now let's go ahead and attach the dome just to kind of diffuse it. Actually, it's a little too bright. Let me bring that back to 0, put the dome on, and then we're gonna get this nice little soft. There we go. Let's go to like 25%. So at 25%, very nice soft light. I really like this. So I'll show you guys how we used it on some of the short films that we did and also our commercial project. So I show you these lights, dude, and now you can't,
I can't stop using it. Yeah. It was like, at first it's like, okay, 100 watts. It's like, oh, everyone's like, you want to use the bigger light usually, Right. But with this guy, I mean, the fact that I can literally just grab it, I can be like, yeah, I need this here. Yeah. And just, this is so nice. Like it's easy to move. It's powerful.
Convenient.
It's at 10%, and it's more than enough than what I need.
Now this is where this light really impressed me. We were filming that FX3 short film, The Journalist, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, definitely recommend you guys go watch it. We had this light. I mean, we're basically like Hollywooding it inside the truck. And there is a 1/4-20 mount located beneath the power bank here that we were able to have a magic arm literally just on the dash, and we lit our Actress. And the light quality, this is what impressed me about this light. The quality of light was just beautiful, very natural. But this is where it blew me away. So when our Actress goes out of her truck because she has engine failure, and she opens up the hood, that area is so dark, because remember, when she opens up the hood, it's adding that negative fill to her face, so her face is just literally just very dark. So how are we gonna light this? Well, we said, let's just stick this inside the engine bay because it's very small. Probably not the best thing to do because this is a battery. And that day was 108 degrees. It was freaking hot. In fact, I think even Evan took a screenshot. And I'm gonna tell you, we stuck this in the engine bay. Again, I don't recommend you do that. This is made out of plastic. And when she lifted up the hood and her face lit up, I was like, holy crap, this light is amazing. Now, I will say, we did this scene several times. The light did overheat. Now, even though it overheated, we were able to power it back on and it lasted a couple minutes and then it would overheat. Then we turn it back on and then it would do that. Now, with that being said, not trying to like shit on the light or anything, but after that, we had zero problems. We used it on several scenes inside the gas station, inside the cabin. We used it as a kicker light, also as a key light, and it just worked flawlessly. Now, on the other opposite side of the spectrum, we actually put this inside of a fridge. We had to light our actor as he opens up the fridge. We needed a key light, something small, and this fit perfectly. No issues inside the fridge. Obviously, it's not gonna overheat. We also used it several times on that shoot as a kicker light, also as a key light inside the truck. And again, worked flawlessly. But one thing that does separate this light in comparison to what's out there on the market, and I'm talking about like these smaller form factor lights, is its app control. And I wanna give you guys a quick walkthrough so you guys can see what this light is capable of doing. So this is the Colbor app, and you can set up different scenes, you can group lights together. So right now I have a kicker light that's set here to the side, and it's actually being powered by a V-mount battery. So you can see here I labeled it as kicker, and when I press on it, I can actually dive into different settings. So for example, right now it's set to 2700 Kelvin, and the dim is 0, so you obviously can't see it. So let me go ahead and bring that up to 42%. Of course, I can go to 100. It's gonna get very bright. Or maybe I should just leave it down to like 1%. I can fine tune it down here, and this will actually vibrate the phone, which is really nice. So if I really wanna get precision, this is the way I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna leave it at 1%. There's also different gel effects. So I can do full CTB with or without. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and also turn that off or without. I can have different effects. So there's different effects that I can do, like for example, fire effects. That's the fire effect. I can also do CCT chase. So that cycles through the different Kelvin values. There's TV effects, explosions, faulty light bulb is actually one of my favorite ones. That's kind of cool, like a little bzz, bzz, a little effect. Welding, lightning, you get it. Now, if I wanna add more lights to my scene or my group, I can add it through Bluetooth. I can also add it through NFC. So this is actually pretty neat. So here, if I go to NFC, you can see it says ready to scan. And then right here, there's a little NFC tag or NFC built into it. So when I do this, I'm gonna try to get this on the top cam so you guys can see. It now added this light to my group, which is really, really cool. So now I can control all my lights, and it's just really, really intuitive. So again, I don't wanna make this a long video. I just wanna show you guys some of its unique features that I found very useful. And I'm glad that Colbor sent these out because I was able to try them out. And I really like them. I think they have some things that are really good. And there's a couple things, like I said, the build quality is probably my biggest gripe with these lights. But anyhow, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. My name is Armando. Thanks again for watching, and you will catch me in the next one. Adios.
Let's just turn that, let's take that down to like, what's it percent at, like 100?
Yeah.
Probably?
Yep.
Do to like 25, something super light.
My eyes closed and I'll probably just
It looks cool. Oh, that looks so sick. That right there.
Before I put it back, I'm just gonna audition real quick.
Oh, yes, yeah.
25?
Actually, even lower than that. Yeah.
Really? So
yeah, I would like, let's do 10.
my white ass skin.
it's too bright?
Yeah, it's too bright.
I'm
Yeah.
my
Catch
own,
that, catch
I'm
that.
my own balance.
Catch it. It's too bright.
Take it down, please.
That's gonna go in the cut, bro.
This light is so powerful.
10%?
We have to do it at 10%.
10%?
Armando, please say flashing next time.
That
No.
Yeah, just audition it for me.
Off? On?
Yeah, 10%.
No,
Just
not
give me
10%.
like 7%. Like I'm done.
It's too bright. Oh my god.
I just need a little
It's
bit.
also my face.
I just want
is
to.
Don't bounce. It's so white.
Yeah.
7%?
I'm not
No,
complaining
no.
about it.
7%?
Can you get that?
You
Or
get
a
that?
7?
I'm so
Yeah,
white.
I think
My
that
face is
works.
my own bounce
I
card.
think if as far back as you can get it,
It's a silk.
even
Yeah,
better.
no, it literally is a silk.
Hold on. I think